up, mini family? It's your girl Mo, and I am back with another video. You can tell by that thumbnail though, like I don't care. Like it's all respect though, cause at the end of the day, I don't want him, sis. He just in my thumbnail picture because he played a role in my life, and I'm gonna use his name because I don't have nothing to hide, and everybody already know this story. So I'm gonna use the name. I'm gonna start using names because at the end of the day, this is my life. This is my story. This is it. You can't stop the fact that he played a role in my life. He did. So go ahead, look him up. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Leave that man alone. He's living his life and whatever. I want to use his name, but I don't think his girlfriend approved that we're still friends. Okay, I'm not gonna use his name. So it's not no weird stuff going on or nothing when I say we're still friends, because I'm celibate as heck. And I'm not friends like that with him, and I would never be friends with him like that, even if he wanted to, which he probably do, but they ain't got nothing to do with me. I was gonna use his name, but I don't think his girlfriend would approve. She's kind of still young, and she haven't grew up yet, and she got a lot of like jealousy issues, but okay. So I'm talking about my very first heartbreak. So, and they say people, you know, they fall in love 3 times. The first one is like what I thought love was. The second one is like it teaches you what you don't want. And the third one is actually, you know, what love is and what you want. So, and I have that. So here's the first one. So the first one, I was talking to this guy when I was 12 years old. We were 12. And, you know, I didn't want to date him. He was trying to be seriously in a relationship. We're 12. No, we're kids. Over time, you know, once I got to high school, that's when I'm like, I think I want him now, because I'm in high school, you know, whatever. We went to 2 different schools all our life. And when I got to high school, that's when I'm literally like just down freshly in high school. Yep, freshly in high school. It was freshman year. I was like, you know, we just ended up talking. We always stayed in touch. And we just talking or whatever. And, you know, we still living too far from each other. So now it's like, all right. Over time, like 2 years after that, I moved closer to him, like literally down the street from him or whatever. Not literally, but literally close enough. And we was talking. I was actually going through a lot. He knows me as this person who had things that kids supposed to have, and this, that, and the third. To when I moved closer to him, I ended up being this person that had to fend for themselves. And he didn't know that. He didn't know the way I used to carry myself, the way everything used to be. He didn't know that that I used to do that. He ended up coming to get me for Thanksgiving. Yep, Thanksgiving. I ended up going to his house. This was my very first Thanksgiving away from family. The very first Thanksgiving ever without family and stuff like that. It was just me. So I went over to his house and spent Thanksgiving with his family. They met me for the first time. And it was that. I ended up, you know, going to a different school, which was his school. And we were going to school together, and I didn't have like the proper uniform for this school. So they kept sending me home. I wasn't allowed to wear, like, you know, you have to wear either scrubs, khakis, collar shirt, you name the perfect attire. Belt, you had to have a belt on. So I didn't have none of the uniform and stuff. So they kept sending me home. So everybody kept seeing me get embarrassed, get sent home and stuff. And so over time, you know, me and him hung out a lot. He always used to come get me. His mom used to always come get me. They used to always come get me to come over to their house. It got to the point to where I damn near lived with him. So I did. So I'm in school, going to the same school as him. We're both the same size. And, you know, I'm putting on, you know, I'm wearing his uniform. He's sharing his uniform with me. What a nice family and guy that we're sharing uniform. We used to be around each other, sharing uniform. We just used to be around each other 24/7. Everything we did, we was just around each other. Now, when we in school, of course, we ain't had no classes together or nothing, but we had lunch and stuff. But he didn't sit with me at lunch, which I really didn't care about, but I kind of did. It was my very first boyfriend. It was like my very first, first love. So I didn't care about the not sitting with me at lunch type of thing, but I also didn't know anybody at that school. So the comfort would have been well needed. But he was young, I was young, and he was a young guy at that point. So everything was everything, whatever. Then we started having problems a little bit, like in a relationship. I was going to his school, and when we go home and stuff, he'd like text this person, and the person name in his phone was like Egghead. Like, her name popped up as Egghead. He like, she about to help me with my homework and all this. So I believed him, but I'm like, you got a girlfriend that go to the school, I can help you, But I didn't care about it after that, after he was just like, he didn't care, and I didn't think nothing of it. Now, he started to do weird stuff, like it started being it was too much going on, like too many girls being involved in this, like, what's going on? So we took a look. I used to always go to his house. I damn near used to live with him, so it was just like, he basically didn't want me to come over one time, or he was acting weird one time. The communication was like off for the first time ever, so it was just like if you don't want me to come over, just say that. I'm trying to let me come over and stuff, so I don't know what was going on, whatever. He went to the mall with this girl, but it's 3 girls in there. It was Ariana, Jaria, and Dejarie. His phone, it was Ree with an egg next to it. So it could have been Ariana, Jaria, or Dejarie. So I didn't, I was just like, what the heck? So everybody kept telling me it's Dejarie because he talked to Dejarie more than everybody, boom, boom, boom. And like before I started going there, but everybody was saying it. I didn't know I was coming into a school full of bull stuff, like drama and stuff. I thought everybody was pure from the school that I came from. Everybody worried about themselves. But it was drama. And I don't know if they was just messing with me, trying to break a relationship up or whatever, but it was just weird. So I'm making a long story short here because if I say the long stuff, it'll get in detail how he was such a sweet guy to me, but he also was an ignorant one too. So so basically I ended up finding out who the girl was that was in his phone. She has a weird, unique voice, and I actually asked her. I was like, "Do you be texting my boyfriend and all this?" I took her off to the side because I'm not with the one with the. I want the crowd behind me while I ask you this because I want to seem hard. I took her aside and I asked her, "Do you be texting my boyfriend and stuff?" "No, I don't text him. I don't even talk to him like that." Lied for him instantly. What you lying for? You didn't have to lie to me. You don't even know me. You don't owe me no loyalty and respect. Like, you don't gotta lie to me. Plus, I'm not a fighter or nothing. I'm not about to beat you up, girl. Especially not over him. I'm not about to beat you up. But she lied. So we ended up going home. He was acting funny the whole way home. Just acting funny. And like it got to the point to where he wanted to lock himself in his car. Like he left his room, left me in the house, locked himself in his car, talked on the phone. And it was just weird and mean. Like I didn't go outside to his car and bang on the window or nothing. I didn't do none of that crazy weird stuff. I did look in the doorway and was just like he probably talking to her, whatever, I don't know. So he ended up coming to the house and started admitting all his wrongs and everything that he did behind my back. He started admitting it. Like, he was folding up clothes like, yeah, I took her to the mall. I did this. Who took y'all? What is you talking about? My mom. Because his car messed up. His mom won't let him drive her car, so she gonna drive everywhere. So he just telling me stuff, Bruh, I took his phone. We had iPhones. I took his phone and I ran to the basement and said, "Hey Siri," I didn't know his password. I said, "Hey Siri, call Ree." Said, "Calling Ree with the egg." And she picked up I don't know, whatever her voice sounded like. And I was just like, "Yep, that's her." So I said, "Why you lie?" "You lie about what?" "I mean, I didn't say No, you lie or whatever." So I left her on the phone while me and him was arguing and stuff because I just wanted her to know, like, this wasn't just no little bitty, oh, we together type of relationship. We was together, like, together, like we're going to sleep at night every single day. Yeah, so she, whatever, then, we didn't say nothing about it or whatever. So, make a long story short, his phone ended up breaking, my wig ended up getting thrown in the street, and his whole family got ready to beat me up. My family started getting ready to fight his family, and it was just bad to the point to where he ended up getting a restraining order on me, not because I was crazy or did anything to him or threatened him or whatever. He just tried to protect himself, which is really understandable. He didn't want to get the restraining order. His mom told him to get it. He even told me he didn't want to get it. And it was just that. Now, let's fast forward to now. He ended up apologizing for all he did to me because he knew I was a sweetheart and I didn't do nothing to him. He told me that out of his own mouth, and he is my friend currently. He's just a typical friend that I would never date him. Like, I don't want to intimidate or scare no girl that he talked to or whatever, but this guy loves me. Like, and that's that. Like, he said it out his own mouth, and there's nothing he can do to change it. He's nothing he can do to make me want him back or whatever. But I did want him, like, to understand back then, like, that's dead wrong. You did something to me, and I did not deserve it. Now, it broke my heart. Broke my heart. Very first heartbreak. Y'all, I was sad. Like, I was hurt. Like, man, when it wore off, though, like, well, it got to the point to where I was sad. We had to still go to school together, but I had the restraining order, so the school was made upstairs and downstairs. Since I had the restraining order, I had to change my homeroom class to downstairs instead of upstairs. I did not like that. They used to act weird because they knew the restraining order was, like, in place, so they used to act weird, like, oh, no, she can't go in there, he's in there, and it used to be bad. Like, then I ended up seeing his new girlfriend, like, shortly after that. They still together. Salute them. Like, I really do, because, like, I wasn't mad at all at the fact that I'm not what you want. I can't force you to want me if I'm not what you want. This is what you want, and I'm going to support your every move with this person if you want me to, because at the end of the day, this is who you want. I can't be mad. We look too different. Like, we look different. Everything was, like, the complete opposite. Like, I had nothing. I was, like, flat-chested, flat booty, flat everything. I was thin. I was like a piece of paper, and she was just thick. Whatever. She was also young, and I didn't have no problem to her. Like, I didn't have no problem with her, but she had a problem with me because she was young, and her group of friends were young, and they all were young, and, they don't believe in it's okay to talk to somebody's ex because, it's okay. But in that case, I know she wanted to be like a little bit like, I'm about to talk to her because she probably want him back or whatever. At the time, I didn't want him back. It started wearing off when I met her and when I seen her. It just started wearing off to where it was just like, that's what he want. I can't be mad. I never was jealous of her. I never was, like, I never hated her. I never wanted to fight her. Now her, she was mad at me. She used to always ask me, like, do y'all still talk? Be honest, I was never talking to him when y'all was together and all that. He just been on some sneaky stuff, texting people and all this. Now, I did do some ignorant stuff before. I did, lie and be like, yep, we still talk. We wasn't even talking or nothing. I'm like, yep, we sure do. He's not going to stop talking to me. I did some ignorant stuff. I don't remember what my exact words was, but it was something like that. But I don't do that no more because, but when it wore off, though, all love, even to her. It still to this day, she do not like me probably, or whatever. But at the end of the day, I never had a problem with you. I don't even know you. So, like, at the end of the day, but, I don't know, but he's still my friend, and I use his name because I didn't need everybody to know that he's still my friend. His family cool. His family, his sister be hitting me up. His, they cool as heck with me. So, but, he do be telling me, like, stories about his girlfriend and stuff, like how she is the complete opposite of what he like and stuff, and how he be getting irritated and tired and this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, yep. He said, but you was like this, and you was my type, and I didn't understand how I messed it up. But all I can say is I'm just his friend. But that was my first heartbreak.
Cash money, no baby, but I got kids though. Real bitch ain't shady, I'm with the shits though. I don't play by my money, I'm on the grind, ho. So don't step out of bounds, stay in line, ho. Cause when I come through in my EMPC, that's my Impala, I'm so crazy. Yeah, that black thing switching lanes, you know my name is the Black Queen. Bad bitch, they say I'm mean, but fuck what I haters say, cause I come through every day.